the use of passive income to fund your retirement. Most people constantly work to pay their bills. Some even go as far as to live paycheck to paycheck, which is stressful and provides no room for error if their employment or income is suddenly interrupted, like a recession or other economic disruption. Naturally, the majority of people hope to spend some time in their retirement golden years traveling and have time to enjoy life after a lifetime of hard work. The secret to enjoying freedom and comfort in retirement is to have a plan for creating passive income streams and then apply this plan wisely. The secret to earning passive income successfully is to have a sound plan, have savings to work with, and wisely choose the proper investments, particularly when they are offered at discount pricing. Continue reading to learn some important tips and tactics for boosting your personal portfolio's passive income. Number 5. Focus on assets that produce income. You must amass some assets whose sole function is to generate income if you want to start the process of earning passive income. You need to hunt for and regularly add to your portfolio of assets that generate passive income, just as a seedling grows into a giant tree with periodic watering and fertilizer. By reinvesting the revenue you generate from the assets you already own, once you have established one or more passive income streams, you can amass even more assets that potentially provide income. A decent retirement income stream that you won't have to work for in your later years can be achieved by making the effort to contribute additional money from your periodic employment or company revenue regularly, such as monthly or quarterly, while you are working and saving. You'll notice that over time, as fresh funds are invested and current revenue is reinvested, the overall income generated by your passive investment assets increases. Your passive income may eventually allow you to partially or perhaps cover your living expenses, especially if you make money from 2 or 3 separate sources. When you are approaching or about to enter retirement, this may become very crucial. Number 4. Understanding the key assets that produce passive income. Businesses, such as privately held or publicly traded stocks, loans, for the lender, and income real estate are some of the primary assets that produce passive income for the owners. The profits of the company, which are frequently put back into funding the firm's growth, as well as the dividends they distribute, which are typically obtained from the business's cash flow from profits, are included in the passive income created from owning stocks. Typically, lenders that make loans obtain their passive income from interest payments made by the borrower who takes out the loan. The original amount borrowed must also be repaid by the borrower, either over time, via amortization, or after the loan term, balloon payment. Loans can either be backed by assets, like real estate, or they might be unsecured. Simply put, bonds are debts that are exchanged on markets. Rent is the term for real estate-related passive income. The remaining funds can be paid to the owners as part of the earnings after expenses for real estate taxes, upkeep, administration, and mortgages. Naturally, investing in real estate on a very small scale can be difficult to manage and frequently results in meager passive income streams. This strategy is by no means passive at all because of the effort required to manage a single property. Large-scale ownership of premium income, producing commercial real estate can yet produce valuable passive revenue streams. Number 3. Gather stocks that produce profits and dividends. Stocks signify ownership in a company. Businesses exist to give the general public something of value, typically goods or services, and to make money for their stockholders. Therefore, stocks are a representation of how regular people can share in a company's success. Because they can share in the future revenues and cash flows of the underlying company, stockholders, also known as investors, purchase them to generate a respectable return. Take AT&T as an illustration. Please note that this is merely an example and is not necessarily representative of a firm that we would add to the holdings of any specific client. Because it is big and well known among investors, we simply use this corporation as an example. The telecoms industry includes AT&T. In other words, they enable communication and interaction between people utilizing mobile phones, computers, and other devices. AT&T shareholders benefit from this company's success by receiving a sizable dividend payout every 3 months. AT&T currently pays a dividend yield of 5.5%, which is a respectable passive return you can get while you're sleeping. Numerous more businesses pay dividends, some of which even do so monthly. Long-term term returns on stocks have typically ranged between 8% and 10%. In the form of dividends that they have distributed over time, they have paid out about 2 to 3% of this return. Many savvy long-term investors hold their stocks for years without buying or selling them frequently. Even though the prices of their stocks vary, if they have been cautious to carefully choose the correct stocks in promising firms and hang on to them while collecting their expanding income streams, their earnings, dividends earned, and overall portfolio increases in value over the long run. Number 2. Invest in real estate to generate income from rent. For many investors, the monthly rental income from real estate is an excellent source of passive income. Real estate is a type of property that typically includes both land and buildings. The word real estate refers to a type of property that is physical, immovable, and tangible. Real estate investments in the form of houses, apartments, farmland, forests, and other properties can be very profitable ways to generate passive income. Everyone needs a place to live, yet not everyone has a house of their own. Those who don't own their homes typically reside in rental homes. They give the landlord a monthly rent payment. Unlike many advisors, Ridgewood Investments has extensive in-house experience in identifying and assisting clients who want to own commercial real estate with passive income as a portion of their portfolio to do so in a way that can generate a stream of growing passive income for years in the future. Number 1. Utilize interest income from bonds and loans. Another technique to make passive income is to lend money. The majority of loans require monthly interest payments from borrowers, which can provide the lender with a good and steady stream of passive revenue. Loan terms can range from extremely short to very long. Of course, the value of a loan depends on the borrower's capacity to repay it with interest. This is why the better, more secure loans typically involve collateral, an asset of some worth, generally real estate but which could be another asset, to support the borrower's promise to pay back the lender. If a loan has collateral, say, a pricey piece of real estate, and the lender legally secures it by establishing and filing their interest over the collateral, then if the borrower defaults, the lender is said to have recourse and may seize the collateral. To locate and create chances for our clients to produce passive income through secured loans that we acquire for them, banks and private lenders, like Ridgewood Investments, have experience. Participating in private loans of this kind can result in significant interest revenue streams, which are frequently in the region of 4 to 8% per year. Treasury bonds, municipal bonds, corporate bonds, mortgage-backed bonds, and asset-backed bonds are just a few of the numerous loan categories that investors can use to generate passive income from bonds that are traded on fixed income markets. Public bonds, which currently have yields in the 1% to 3% range, offer lower returns in today's environment of extremely low interest rates, so using them in the appropriate amounts can be supplemented by private loans, which, if you know where to look and how to add them to the portfolio, offer higher returns. How was the video? Do you like it? Post your precious feedback in our comments section below and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.